to an allied initiative chip. So there are so many options. We have a very good breakthrough. The Germans kind of played it sort of safe. So what to do? Well, there's several options. We can activate the British armies and try attacking. We could attack along the coast. From action, might be able to attack those two squares. Try to drive along the coast, or maybe towards Paris, or maybe towards the German headquarters unit. We could kind of go for a short envelopment, trying to surround this unit, maybe drive towards Paris around the flank. We could activate the Americans to try to exploit the better breakthrough. And even then we could decide whether we wanted to turn east or turn west. So for, I guess perhaps unusually for me, I think I'm going to take a little bit of the safe approach. I'm going to activate the Americans. I'm going to activate the Americans and exploit the large breakthrough and probably go to the west. So it doesn't really matter which of these units I activate, which headquarters I activate, because everybody's within command range and both of them are 5/5s. So I guess I'll activate the first army. So I'll go ahead and put down the activation markers there. The units onto the normal board, because most of the movement is going to be away from that area. Still left the other units on there just to reduce clutter, and they'll probably be attacking on the board next turn. Imagine with me having, or the Allies having 4 activations and the Germans 1, that the Allies will get to have an activation or 2 before the Germans get theirs. Of course, they will have reaction points. They'll have 5 reaction points next turn, which will give them a little bit more flexibility, but still not a whole lot. Go ahead and add some administrative move counters. Some of these units I'll definitely want to get going farther. These in the back aren't actually close enough to get anywhere if I don't admin move. This unit I think I'm just going to be bringing up into a zone of control, so I don't want to do that anywhere. I do have something planned for this armored unit. This close armored unit is going to be heading towards Saint Nazaire, so I want to be able to go into zone of control. And those 2 infantry corps in the armored unit, I think I shall. The armored unit I'll probably pull out, but I won't go into a zone control, give me a little more flexibility. I'm also going to want to use one of those corps to help take Saint Nazaire, and the other one I think I want to be able to have close in. I also want to have a good spot for my headquarters unit to go. So I'll go ahead and mark the top one with administrative unit move. So I'll go ahead and make some of those moves. I'm going to choose what my maneuvers are going to be, and so I want the maneuver action gives them most points. So this will give 6 double movement allowance for all those units that are administrative moved, and everybody else can use their full movement allowance. So, starting with the armored unit, it'll be 2, 3, 4, 5 to get to there. And I think that's probably good enough. So I want to take this armored division and send them on a trip here, so I can go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. It's off the map, but I'll shift that over and see where he did, make sure I did the right number of movement points. I need to get some support out there. Well, the movements that I know I want to do, so I want this infantry unit to fill in that hole. This infantry unit will go and support. And these other infantry units have a long ways to go, just bringing out there. That's 2, 4, 6, 7, 8. This infantry unit here I want to support on the Saint Nazaire. See how close I can get. 1, 2, 3. Or 5, 6, 7, 8, I guess. This infantry unit is going to go 2, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And so I just have the one other armored unit to move. And I think I'm just going to leave it right there. So that's the movement phase. Let's see what else we got to do. So I have an option of playing my initiative or reaction. The German has 0 reaction points left. The Allies have 2. There's also a final reaction phase for both the German and the Allies. Since the Germans have no action points left, they don't get to use that phase. The Allies, doesn't matter whether they use it in which phase they use it in. So we'll go ahead to the Allies' reaction points. They have 2 reaction points. Now it takes 1 reaction point to move a headquarters. I think I want to do that. So I'd like to get everybody under control if I can. This guy would have to be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. That's not too likely. I do want these guys to be under control. This is my unit. I can activate him. I can put him in a move so he can actually go 12. So basically you can go wherever I want. I didn't place my headquarters in some very good positions. I want to be in range of all the units possible. So I'll go ahead and move my headquarters, activate him with a reaction point. 2, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. What to do with my other reaction points? It seems like to be able to get an attack going here, I need to bring up my support, so maybe I'll use my reaction point to do that. I could move my other headquarters. I can move some of the British headquarters or units. I'll go ahead and use my reaction point to this guy. Give him a move phase. I can't, mid won't work because I want to get him down here. So that would be 1, 2, 3. That took enough to do it anyway. So that's your action point phase. So this is also the end of the introductory game. Let me check what the results of that would have been. Well, first you can see what the victory conditions would be like if we had stopped at the first scenario, which is just the first turn. And you win that by getting points for destroying or putting things out of supply. We elected not to try for putting things out of supply, but we did end up destroying a few things. We destroyed a Panzer division, so that's 4 points. We dispersed the headquarters, that's 3 points. We eliminated 2 corps and infantry corps, so that's 2 points each. So we got 4 plus 3 is 7, plus 2 plus 2 is 9, 11. And the victory conditions for the first one are if you get 10 or more points, or control Paris, one of the X's of Paris, it's a victory for the Allies. So in this case it was, and most of that was the very first turn, or the first initiative draw. Okay, first step is game turn indicator. Move that to August. We set the reaction 0. Allied air support, I think we'll go with 1 interdiction and 1 close support. Put that there to remind me. Supply determination. The Allies get 5. Germans get 2. Reaction points, the Germans get 5, but we have to move that down 2 because of the interdiction. The Allies get 3 reaction points, so they both end up with the same number. So we're going to place initiative chits. So last turn we put 4 in for the Allies, so they get 4 chits. Put them in the cup. Germans have committed for 1. Put that in the cup. We had 1 for administrative. We didn't have that last turn for this abbreviated turn. Now I have to do our supply point commitments. I don't see any reason to hold back for either the Germans or the Allies at this point. So the Germans will commit to 2, the Allies will commit to 5. And now we're ready to start our initiative and reaction phases.